Hello.
Hello.
I'm Cal.
And I'm Nick.
And this is
That's Eurovision, baby. Really, very quick shout out to the person in the comments on our last video who said that Blanca was going to sue us. Bring it, bitch. Eye me down. She's coming for us. I'm coming back for her.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, someone commented on our last video. They were just like, Blanca's going to sue you for like the use of her voice. But I think they were joking. And if they weren't, but if they were,
I'm looking forward to when we just called That's Eurovision. And it's just silent. Yeah. We don't change.
That's Eurovision blank. Oh no, that's too close. No. What are we talking about, Cal?
We're coming to you red hot off the back of the Maltese national final.
Woo!
Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2026 or MESC 26. The last video you would have seen from us probably is our roundup of our favorite songs, but now they've selected the winner and the Maltese representative for Eurovision 2026. So we have got a reaction review, a sort of visualization of where we think the song could go for the Eurovision stage, and all wrapped up in this little package for you today.
Yeah, and look, real talk, we did talk about the song previously in our last video. I'm pointing off screen like it's just hovering there. So we're not gonna spend all the time in the world. We're just coming to you for a little quick snap chat.
So, without further ado, should we announce it, Nick? Who has taken the gold trophy home for Malta this year?
So I'll put a spoiler, baby, for anyone who may for anyone who may not be aware. But congratulations to Malta's Aidan taking out MESC with his song Bella.
So, Nick, what I want is pretend like the lovely people watching have not heard the song before. What is your first impressions and your overall feeling and vibe of Bella?
So, I said in the previous video that it's a song that the first time I heard it, I thought it was lovely, but maybe didn't really connect with it. But I think a lot of that changed for me when I saw it. The song itself is like quite a beautiful romantic song. It's like a little bit of like a loss and longing and desperation. But I think it's just like a really beautiful, like almost like a flamenco-y, waltzy totally. Sort of situation. Sung by a leather-clad cowboy, which is... That's where you add the Eurovision back into it. This song is fantastic, and I think it is going to do I think it would do incredibly at Eurovision. Callum?
Yeah, no, I think first impressions of the song, I think it's quite unexpected for Malta. They've come off the back of like Sarah Benici and
who was there in the audience, by the way.
Oh, didn't she write the song?
With Aidan, who she wrote this song.
And we come off the back of Serving. And I think like the girly bop market was rife in the Maltese national selection. So it's interesting they've gone down the direction of choosing a very non-girly bop song. Kind of cool to see though.
Yeah.
I agree with you. There's a sort of Italian waltz energy. It sort of takes me back to, I don't know, like golden age Hollywood movie kind of sound.
Very
very romantic. It's very sort of like everything's got a sort of golden hue to it in my head, and I just find that level of like almost nostalgia to be quite beautiful. Like you, I don't think that just if I were to listen to the song purely on the back of production and vocals, it would hit my radar. It's just not it's not in line with a lot of the music that we listen to.
Again, it's like a beautiful song, but yeah, I think it's just like in just the track, it's not the most up our alley.
And so as a result, I think it really took the staging to elevate it to that next level. And I've got to say, because we'll transition to the staging right now, the package that we saw at the Maltese selection. Did you see his package? I saw his whole Masterschlock from here. A bit of Maltese humour for you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that where this song really came alive was in the staging package. And so let's talk about that. Actually, before we do, I just want to also say thank you for having a song with at least some Maltese in it.
Yeah.
Like Malta, you're going to benefit by having a song with Maltese in it. Eurovision.
And by that, we do mean more than one word.
Yes, exactly. But yes, Nick, talk us through why was the staging a standout amongst everything else?
This song, I think, has such a violently clear perception of exactly what it is trying to bring that it had no choice but to, I guess, excel on the stage. Like, you can tell so clearly that this song knows exactly, like, the wording and the energy it conveys, and I can tell that the people that put the staging together for this were so, like, locked into the identity of the song that they knew this is not a song for dancers. This is not a song for, like, fucking hanging from the roof. This is not a song for, like, dragons in the background. This is a song for, like, intimacy, up-close connection. And I think that they nailed it. Like, a lot of the time is spent sort of very dark and quite close on Aidan, like really close connection with the camera, very focused on like small hand movements, and then it really just crescendos and grows and grows. She given fucking Sasha Velour.
I was going to say Sasha Velour found crying in her hotel room.
Yeah, like that. Sasha Velour is now the second most impressive performance involving rose petals that I've seen.
Yeah, look, I think one thing about this song is that like they had such a clear artistic vision to stage it, and staging can save a song.
Yeah.
Staging can send a song like from sort of a top 5 finish to a winning finish. I think that was the case for this.
Some part of it almost feels like they came up with the staging first and then just wrote the song to fit around it.
I don't hate that, to be fair.
No, because the identity of the staging is just like so clear.
What we're seeing is basically Eurovision ready staging, and that's super exciting to say because oftentimes national finals, whether it be due to restrictions and just kind of like national budgets, whether it just be like access, like certain countries don't have the same access as others. It just means that staging, vocals, the kind of national final is going to be a step down, and it's not a knock on the country, it's just a reality. And so it's really cool to see this performance feel like if you were to show this to a stranger and you said this was the Eurovision performance, they would not
they would not think twice. And they would probably go, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to put you on the spot then. I know we haven't thought about too much, but if you are a That's Eurovision Baby faithful, I've been watching too much of The Traitors.
Oh, yeah. Faithful. Traitor. Not sure.
No, if you follow our channel, you know that one of the things we love to do in our reviews is we love to kind of step into our creative director boots and think about what we could do to the song to elevate it from where it is now to where it will be in Vienna. And so, Nick, it's a really polished song. So is there anything that you would want to see kind of elevated by the next time you see it? Well, next time other people see it, we should say.
No. I would be happy with this if I saw this in a semi, it would be getting votes. Like, I think it would very comfortably be going through. The only thing that I would maybe get rid of is like the don't be shy, and then like the zoom in on the hand.
I loved that shot.
I didn't mind it, but I think that it loses its impact on like a giant stage. I think it works quite well on a tiny stage. But again, it's like I'm literally like I'm finding problems for my solutions as opposed to solutions for my problems, because I have pretty much no problems.
Yeah. I think this is a hard one because we've seen such a finished package. I think if I had to be picky...
A finished package? Curry is back.
UMK coming soon. No, I think if I had to be picky, I'd say I wasn't a big fan of the sort of projection of the male and female dancers. I thought that was a little bit on the nose.
Okay, I will say I did forget about that.
Yes.
That's a good point.
And I don't know, I feel like maybe the sort of CGI pedal tornado that he's in towards the end, I think it was successful, but I think maybe it kind of bordered on being a little bit too like, stealing from Poland. Like us, stealing from Poland's creative vision. Of being like, we don't need this level of CGI. Hey guys, Editor Callum here. Just wanting to clarify a few things in regards to this Rose Vortex, because I kind of just like stopped talking about it and went on to the next point. I'm team Rose Vortex. I think it's so effective. I think it's like the hero visual piece of this song. It's going to be the thing that makes people remember Malta. They'll be like, oh, that's the song with the roses swirling around him. Yes, absolutely. My point was that I just want for an elevation to the Eurovision stage to use practical effects over like a CGI rose tornado. They have the time, and hopefully they can invest more budget into just Aidan's song. And so I'd love to see them work out ways in which they could use real roses swirling around him. Now, how do we do that? I'm not sure. My thoughts were, you know, those glass cubes that they do those like those fans in where the money swirls everywhere and you've got to pick the money out. Maybe they could do one of those with like roses coming up and he's standing behind it with a wind machine and the camera's like pointing through the glass on him, so it creates like an optical illusion that the roses are swirling around him. Potentially, maybe it could be like Luan's Maman last year, which I'm pretty sure they like drilled holes in a box and filled it with sand and then just like swung it around, and so it created this like really cool vortex around her. That with rose petals, I don't know if that's possible. I would love to see what the creative directors for Malta could do, because if they could achieve a real rose vortex somehow, then I think it would create such a special moment. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. You know how they do like the glitter rain with all the sparks? Imagine that, but it's like tens of thousands of petals falling. There'd be a shit for the next people to clean up, but if Luan can get on that stage and shit sand everywhere, then like I don't see why we can't have some rose petals falling.
Arguably much easier to sweep up.
Yeah, and maybe I'd love to see a little bit more of that playing into nostalgia and longing. I don't know how. Like I don't think it's like slap a sepia filter on it and it'll be good. Yeah. But I think maybe there could be something a little bit warmer in the staging, whether it be like really warm lighting with the red of the petals. Maybe he's not in a black leather. I love his outfit, by the way. But maybe it's like white, or maybe it's just a color scheme that doesn't blend into the background, so he kind of stands out a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah. I think this is such a polished package that it's like he could copy paste this and it would be super strong.
Yeah, and it would probably still be one of the strongest stagings of the year. Obviously, we don't know. We haven't seen too many of them.
We'll see. But yes, so then that's kind of, it's not a lot of feedback, but if there's not a lot of feedback on how the song could elevate for the Eurovision stage, it means that the song was pretty fucking good to begin with.
Because I will even say, like, I know you weren't the biggest fan of like the projection of the the dancers on the ground, but the thing is that I am kind of a fan of that purely just because they didn't do it on a projector behind him on like the LEDs. Yeah. So I think that immediately it took down the tack level by about 10,000. I actually thought that it was quite effective.
Yeah, totally. I think that Malta's got a really competitive song this year and it's already got the right staging.
Shame it doesn't matter who wins.
Yeah. Well, no, it won't matter, will it? But let's round this off. You know, we won't be covering Eurovision this year. Yep. You guys know that. We're just enjoying the national finals and celebrating the kind of music that's coming out of it. But we will still give our input on, like, do we think this song's competitive? So, Nick, do you think this song, where do you see it doing for Malta? Do you think it's a qualifying song? Do you think it's a winning song? Like, what's your vibe for it on a Eurovision scale?
If this were any other year of Eurovision, if this were a normal year, I would really see this being able to flood a top 10.
Okay.
Like, I don't see this as a song that would win a Eurovision, but I do see this song, like, I wouldn't rule it out, but I would see a finish, because I guess it does have very Italian energy. I would see this finishing quite similarly to Italy, where it's like, I could see it being sort of like,
this feels like an Italian song in a lot of ways.
Like, I could see this finishing like 4th to 10th.
I respect that. I think that I'd love to see Malta qualify 2 years in a row. I think that'd be really powerful for it. We don't have a lot of information. I think if more competitive songs come up, my fear is that this could fall into that sort of borderline category of it's really hyped at the beginning and then 30 other songs get released and it sort of gets buried a little bit. But insane,
which is the struggle with having, like, if your goal is Eurovision, that is the struggle with having your national final so early in the selection season.
But also being a really small country that struggles to get a lot of like support anyway. Like, you kind of like, what is your sort of line that is a difference? But in saying that, at the same time, I think this song is quality and I think this song is a nice sort of reprieve from some of the maximalism you'll get at Eurovision. It's interesting because, like, we've got Nan from Albania and we've got this. We've already got two kind of like really strong male-led vocal performances,
and they're both in the same semi.
So that could be good for them. It could be bad for them.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Exactly. But that remains to be seen. I do think Malta has actually made the right choice. Personally, was I rooting for maybe a Matt Black victory? Yes.
And apparently so was the public, but not by much.
Not by much.
I do believe that Aidan came a very close second in the public vote.
But I actually think that we will look back and say that the choice to send Aidan was smarter for them. And I think positions Malta much better in a final position.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree.
Great. So any final thoughts to wrap up with about Aidan's song Bella? Bella.
Aidan would subscribe to this channel if he saw it. So why haven't you? If you're out there watching this and you just love hearing us yap, you want to check in with Reggie from time to time, he has come to join us this episode. Honestly, get involved. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. Get in the comments. I will get better at replying. I do swear. Like, that is my goal for this season.
You need to do that tonight or tomorrow. I'm holding you to that. I'm so sorry, guys.
Sad.
I have been responding to all the comments recently because...
That's why it's been much worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why you should get back onto it. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I really cornered myself into that, didn't I? We've done Malta. We've done Montenegro. The next stop on this M train is we are going to be stopping in Chisinau to see what the hell is going on in Moldova.
Yes, guys, Moldova's also hosted their national final. They also have a choice, so stay tuned because we'll be delivering our reaction and review to Moldova's winning song and some thoughts on their national final.
Selezione Nacional.
That's so Moldovan.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
No, I was just saying your accent was very
Selezione.
Selezione Nazionale.
Attenzione,
I am from Chisinau.
Yeah, attenzione, pickpocket. Yeah, we'll chat to you guys about Moldova soon, but in the meantime, stay hot out there.
Valletta Gozo Marsha Schluck. Medina.
That's it. You're done.
Blue Lagoon.
You're done. You're done. No. Bye, guys.
Sliam.
Bye.